The war is beginning to end, and Palestinians are finally going back home. Even though the home now looks like a Fallout game, and they now pay the price for living near pure evil, it's their fault for being born there. So they deserved it because, the Middle Eastern chuds were promised to have their own Suez Canal 3,000 years ago. So a couple million people just got to go. But hey, theoretically, there is a ceasefire now. How long that's going to stand for, who knows? In other videos, I've said that if this is a momentary, this is not a true ceasefire. I believe they are probably going to reinvade at some point, right? Because once you ideologically convince a whole nation that they're better than everybody in the whole world, what's really stopping them, wanting to go back, right? I mean, they're better, right? Theoretically, 3,000 years ago, they were better. They're better, okay? They're better than us, and they deserve more than us because, I don't know, just cuz. They're just better than us, okay? And they deserve to run all the businesses and run healthcare companies and deny service to people just cuz. $300 to $400 a month that you pay them is like a donation. I don't know. Yeah, once again, Palestinians are walking back into their former homeland, their homeland. And now it's like a Fallout game. It's like Fallout New Vegas, right? There's nothing there. I mean, it's all rubble. They essentially got nuked, okay? They got nuked without being nuked. And let's just hope one of them poor little Palestinian kids can find a damn Pit Boy. Because if you don't find a Pit Boy, what are they going to do? They need to start handing out Pit Boys in Palestine because it is just not looking good for them over there, bro. The answer to the Middle Eastern chud problem is not what this penguin's doing. This penguin's getting a bit overzealous. He's getting a bit ahead of himself. He does not need to be wearing that red armband, bro. Even though Trump would like that to be the answer because the parallels between him and Adolf are probably getting bigger every day. Before I begin with this, comparing him to the German guy, I would like to say one thing that he's done recently that's very authoritarian and could be seen as something to further this point. Sending militaries into these disgusting cities, that is a good thing. It is very authoritarian, and technically, as you can't do it. But I think it's a good decision, personally. I think in Houston, there's been 17 bodies or some stupid number like that found in one single place. Not, once again, not all over the city, just in one place. Maybe cities like that do need help, okay? Because it does not sound good. Minneapolis has had 6 shootings, mass shootings, in 3 months. Tell me they don't need help, bro. So I think that's a good thing. But what I don't think is a good thing is making your own private military force, like how he's doing with ICE. Very similar to the brown shirts. He's weaponizing his government to silence anybody that disagrees with him. He's going against anybody that was in the prior regime, essentially. Well, they may be guilty of something. You're guilty of using millions of dollars of taxpayer money to go golfing, bro. Can we reflect upon that? That should probably be a war crime or something. That needs to be treason, bro. We cannot be spending millions of our own dollars to go golfing. And he's calling to overturn the whole system we have set up, which is 2 terms. And he pretty much just wants to be president for the rest of his life. He at least put his foot down with these people. I don't think Biden would have done the same. I don't think we would have had peace. Even though the peace isn't going to last, it's going to go away as soon as, DJT goes out of office. But DJT is slowly becoming AH, okay? And when DJT passes, because it'll probably be soon, he's not looking in good health. Who knows, you know what I mean? All he's got to probably do is eat some babies' souls, and he'll probably be back to feeling good. Once he goes, we're going to get JD, and JD is pretty much HH, Heinrich Himmler, okay? So we're getting the worse. I don't know who is worse, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and say one was worse, AH or double H, because they were both terrible. You sure as hell want neither of them leading your country. And JD Vance is the HH to Donald Trump's AH, okay? JD Vance is not going to do great things for this country. Imagine JD Vance being president for his whole life, because Trump somehow turns this into a dictatorship, which most likely isn't going to happen, right? I think he's getting closer to being like AH, but I don't think it'll happen. I think he wants to be. As we come across one of these dirty fucking wigglers. See, if I was AH, okay, and that's a terrible thing to even put out into the world, because that means I'm thinking about it. I'm not. Okay, maybe I am. If I was AH, I would exterminate all wigglers. Because look how fucking stupid he is, bro. We can't have people walking around like this, making a fool of us. Look at him, dude. He's stupid as fuck. Get the fuck out of here! That's what I'd like to do to all of them. Sorry to cut in here, but I got a couple of tasks for you good boys to do. It's like Among Us right now. Could you guys please like the video? It really helps the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, can you please consider subscribing? Use your hype points on this video. I think it helps. I don't know. I like seeing the number get real big. And also, if you're a big fan, consider becoming a member, but no pressure to do that. Speaking about war, okay, Russia now has AI drones. I just want to go back to when I used AI to get off. I want to go back to when I would burst in tribute to the chat messages of it calling me a good boy. AI's gone too far, okay? We should have kept it as an object of pleasure, and now it's being used to bomb Ukrainian people. We were focused on the pleasure side of it. We weren't seeing the potential that Russia could use it to bomb Ukrainian people. But once again, I wish I could go back to when I would just do tributes to it all day. What if instead of microwaving your food, you surrounded it with a bunch of hot man nuts? Like hot sacks. That's the joke. I think warming up food with balls would be more good for the environment instead of using a bunch of radiation. Has anybody ever thought of that? Because mine get pretty warm. So there must be other people's that get pretty warm. These are just thoughts to think about, you know what I mean? What if we did that? There ain't no politicians that are anti heating up your food with balls, with hot man nuts, with sacks. So if you want to do it, you can do it right now. There goes the questionable penguin with seeming to be some pretty wrong political opinions. Why is he wearing that armband? What statement is he trying to make? He's even wearing black. Okay, look. He's white wearing a black suit with yellow features wearing a red armband. I think I know what Nintendo is doing. Japan's got a weird obsession with them, right? You go look at Super Saiyan. What is the abbreviation of Super Saiyan? SS. And they have blonde hair and blue eyes. And now we got penguins that are dressed like fucking Nazis. Japan has a weird obsession with the third something. This is a Nazi if I've ever seen one. Red armband, black suit, white skin, and blonde features. He just doesn't have the blue eyes. No, not really. Oh man, this is just I hate going underwater in these fucking games, man. It's almost as bad as 2D Mario. Okay, what am I doing now? I took another man's shell. This is what we should do to sea turtles, bruh. Okay, so I just got done talking about microwaving our food with man nuts, hot sacks. Now I would like to speak to you guys about another idea, okay? Imagine if in the 40s, okay, instead of inventing nukes, which arguably, I mean, it stopped a lot of wars, okay, but nukes are very dangerous. What if instead they just invested trillions into farts and how to use farts in battle? Okay, I just saw a Family Guy clip of Meg farting or something, and they lit the fart on fire. What if they did that, but in war? Because that would be like everybody having a mobile flamethrower. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to bring the shell up to the dude? Up to the... Okay, I have the stolen art from all of Europe, sir. Where do you want to hide this? Do you want to put this on a big train and send it all to Herman Goring? Is this an Iron Cross? Is he giving me an Iron Cross right now? Wow, Gruppenführer. I didn't think I was going to get a Iron Cross that quick. Here, take the stolen treasure that we stole from France, and we're going to put it on a train, and it's going to get lost. Low-key, it probably just all got siphoned to Israel, but let's move on. Look at that. We got our Iron Cross, or our star, I mean. Like, everybody having a mobile flamethrower and just, like, us igniting our farts would be epic. I think we should be investing 10% of our GDP into farts and fart technologies. You know, you could argue, hey, you talk about butt a lot, okay, Llama Rider. Do you just want trillions of dollars of research into hole? No, has nothing to do with that. I think it'd be great for the military, and it'd be humane compared to nukes. I don't want trillions of dollars of, you know, professional footage of holes and how they contract and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with that. I'm interested in you know, finding out better technologies to help us in war. It has nothing to do with hull and the brilliant footage they would get of said hulls. Imagine 8K footage of just hull. Hey, before you ride any bubbles, let yours truly, Phil Board, bend your ear for a sec. The most popular Mario character of all time, Phil Board. I'm familiar with him. Who is Phil Board, bruh? Is this Planka Oak? Phil Board? Thank you, Phil Board. Most popular Mario character of all time. Presumably, I'm not supposed to hit the rocks. Oh, well, I'm not supposed to hit that. Well, I am sure as hell not supposed to hit that. Okay, well, never mind the rocks. Let's watch out for the floating bomb. See, this is the problem with nukes right here. Okay, imagine if instead of this, we could just, like, fart and shit, you know? I forgot to talk about this earlier in the video. I probably should have talked about this when I went on my whole rant about Trump becoming AH. People seriously want DJT to win a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't know, bro. Maybe let's keep that to people who are, like, trying to figure out cancer or something. You know, even though they already have the cure to cancer. But that's a topic for another video. Maybe Trump shouldn't... Okay, well, maybe I just shouldn't play this fucking level. Do I have to play this? I hate gimmicky gameplay. I just want to hop, skip, and jump as an Italian man. Okay? And I want to save my wife that's getting boned by Bowser. That's all I want, man. I am in a simple Italian guy who likes to watch his wife disrespect him. That's all I am. Okay, you know, I can't say the word. That quite literally is a banned word. I think they gave Gandhi a Nobel Peace Prize, and he, you know, was supposed to be this glorious man who never had naughty time, and, but, you know, he was sleeping with his niece. I don't know, bro. I mean, I guess they just give it to anybody. Obviously, he probably did some good for India, but, like, they stank now, and, they stank, and they be riding around on mopeds taking kids. That's like a profession in India. Like, I'm sure I think the government probably comes to your house like once a month in India and measures how much you stank, and they give you, that's how they get money over there, because what else are they doing? Once again, riding around on mopeds and taking children. That is literally like what they do in India, and I hate this game. Okay, I know some Indians gonna comment, at least I'm good at Mario Galaxy, brother. At least I wear deodorant. What really good did Gandhi do for India? No, I'm just kidding. He obviously did some good, but he was also sleeping with his like 12-year-old niece. Let me do a little fact check. Okay, so I can't... Well, actually, the statement of sleeping with his 12-year-old niece is factually true. He did sleep with his clothes off with his 12-year-old niece regularly. I don't know what reason a 60-year-old man would have to sleep naked with his niece other than something inappropriate, but I can't definitively say that it was bad because there's never been nothing. But to be honest with you, usually grand uncles, when they sleep with no clothes on with their niece, usually it's not good. We can't call them guilty necessarily, okay, but it's not looking good. We finally beat this dog crap, this dog shit, never mind. Come on, I thought it was over! Why is he Naruto running? Anyways, we got one more topic today, and I'm itching to get out of here. Okay, this whole gimmicky bullshit level, I'm not a fan of it. Okay, so we're gonna have to go slow here. But Hassan Piker, okay, is maybe one of the worst people of maybe not all time, obviously, right? We got, well, people like Gandhi sleeping with his grandniece, and I'm sure someone like Hassan Piker is probably a huge Muhammad Gandhi fan, I would watch out for Mr. Hassan when he's 70 years old and he has a grand niece. Anyway, he's probably going to put a shock collar on her and just shock the shit out of her all the time. That's probably what's going to happen, right? But beyond the whole, like, abusing your dog thing, please never use a shock collar, right? If your dog doesn't respect you enough to act right, then that's your fault, okay? And you can't remedy that situation by fucking torturing the animal just because you're terrible at, teaching dogs anything. This goes for people that treat dogs like shit anyways. Like, if you have a dog, my family, unfortunately, my stupid-ass stepmom that, to be honest with you, would be better off dead. They have, like, 5 dogs, okay? They have these like, big-ass basset hounds that, like, probably would be pretty good dogs. And they deserve a good life. But they keep them in a cage 24/7. It's like they're prisoners in fucking solitary confinement. Is how bad they treat these dogs. They keep them in a cage 24/7. Okay, I'm fucking done with this, man! Don't tell me I gotta restart the whole level. If I gotta restart the whole level, I'm done, bro. Jesus. Is this Phil Board? Please tell me this is Phil Board. Yeah, look at my star bits. That's an epic funny number. They have these dogs, and they keep them in a cage 24/7. And they get to go outside once a day. And that's literally all they do. They live in a dark, dingy basement. I don't know, because if you're able to treat a dog like that, which is one of the most competent... I can't stand this game. Anyways, if you're able to treat a dog like that to begin with... who knows how you're going to treat a child, right? Because dogs obviously aren't as important as humans, but pretty damn close, right? And they feel an intense bond with their owners, and they really love you. Dogs really do love their owners. And to treat something that adores you with such hatred that you keep them in a cage 23 hours a day and you let them out once a day. To be honest with you, if you're home and your dog is in the fucking cage at all, why even fucking have the thing? If you are home, your dog should not be in a fucking cage. I understand putting the dog away when you leave the house. That's okay, right? But as soon as they get trained enough to not be in the cage, probably don't have them in the cage. But once again, that is more of a personal choice. But just keeping your dog in a cage while you're home is terrible. You deserve the same. I wish the dog would gain intelligence and lock you in a fucking cage for 23 hours a day. Like, what is the point? And also, they had cats that they kept in a cage 24/7 and they never changed the litter box. Certain people just shouldn't have animals. That's worse than the dog. I mean, I have a soft spot for cats, even though I don't own one. I have a dog and I really love my dog. I still like cats more. Cats are like my favorite animal. Why even fucking have a cat? Cats aren't even bad out of their cage. Yeah, they scratch shit up. But, like, it's not that big of a deal, okay? Like, you can let them out, but they had cats, and they would just keep them in the fucking cage. Once again, 24/7. Their whole life was spent in this cage. I wish my stepmom would just fucking die. What's the point of even having these animals? It really pisses me off. Dogs and cats are like permanent babies, okay? They're like the age of fucking 2 at all times. They look at you for guidance, and all they know is you, and all they care about is you. Some cats, they're dicks. But, like, most of the time, animals, all they think about is you. All the time. And for you to keep them in a cage all the time, you're no better than AH. You're no better than Stalin. You're a terrible person, and you deserve to be put down. Just like how you're going to put your dog down in 10 years when it can't even move because it can't move its fucking legs because you only take it out once a fucking day. She uses this false idea that she loves animals, and that's why she has so many. Why are they in a fucking cage? Hassan Piker is a radical piece of shit. And he's the problem with this country. He's calling for landlords to have their heads chopped off in the streets. Well, yeah, it's a problem. Be honest with you, that's capitalism, bro. There's an insane real estate market, and people are willing to pay these rent prices. He would do the same thing. He lives in a mansion, yet he preaches communism. He's a fucking idiot. And he abuses his dog. Hassan Piker.